Hello again. I'm finally back with another drawing. This one I had been planning for ages. I just needed to muster up the courage to attempt it. And to be honest, my objective was simply to have some fun. In the end, I was pretty happy with the result. So the topic today is Thanos from the Marvel Universe. And I will be drawing Thanos with pastels. I'm using the Mungyo Gallery Artist's Soft Oil Pastels. This is the 36 set, and this is the third time I have used these. Previously, I did a sunset picture, and I attempted a portrait of my youngest son. Both of those drawings shouted out, needs improvement. So, expectations are low here. Unlike my previous drawings, this time I'll be using a paint thinner to blend the oil pastels. In this case, I'm using Mona Lisa odorless paint thinner. Now, this makes blending the pastels quite easy. This, however, comes at a cost. The paint thinner is odorless, but it is toxic. The fumes are toxic. It's toxic if you consume it. It's not good for getting on your skin, and it's overall nasty stuff. So when I work with this, I keep the door open. I try to keep the room well ventilated. I must admit, even doing this, I find that my eyes can be irritated. And I'm not sure if it is the paint thinner or just eye fatigue. But the main point here, if you do use a paint thinner, please be careful with it. There are other methods available for blending. I have used stubs and my finger, but I thought I would give this a try as I already had a bottle of thinner on the shelf. I'm using white Canson pastel paper, the rougher side. I start with the eyes mainly because I'm not even going to attempt these with pastels. I use Faber-Castell Classic colored pencils to quickly sketch them in. Moving from left to right, I'm mainly using the purples, blues, grays, and of course white and black for his face. I use yellows for his clothing with some mixed black patches. Blending with the paint thinner is almost too easy. After blending an area, I usually come back and add more color for shading, or I might add another layer and reblend it if I think the tone isn't quite right. I'm also incorporating some colored pencils in the drawing. If I have just blended with paint thinner, I find that I can add in some colored pencil and it will essentially dissolve into the drawing. If I let the thinner dry, I can sometimes add detail on top of the pastel, but often the color pencil will act like a knife or scraper and remove the upper layer of pastel. Sometimes this has the desired effect, sometimes it doesn't. First thing to note, using pastels is much faster than colored pencils. Second thing, oil pastels are messy. I keep a brush handy to clean things off, but even doing that, I end up with bits of pastel here and there. They get under my hand, and the next thing you know, I have blotches and smudges everywhere. I'm sure professional artists know how to draw without having their hand on the paper. For me, working from left to right helps, but for this drawing, it was a little too messy. Easily fixed with the background though. I chose a green one simply because I figured green was a color I'm less likely to use. That was part of my justification for drawing Thanos, as I don't often use purples. For the time invested, I think this drawing looks pretty good. This took me about 3 hours, compared to 15 for a colored pencil drawing. I added some details with the colored pencils and added shading with the pastels, and in the end, it isn't that much worse than one of my colored pencil drawings. There are certainly plenty of places where I could have added more color to hide the white paper or smooth out some of the brush strokes, but overall, I'm pretty happy. I should note that I did start with a very bad reference image, a screen capture from Netflix. Really enjoyed the movie, looking forward to the end game, and I actually like the Thanos character. That's probably the pessimist in me. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.